here loves spinach? Yes. No, okay, that was more than I thought. Okay, who here grew up eating spinach but doesn't really like it that much? There we go. Okay, that's what I was saying. Okay, so today I've made you guys something, and I'm going to teach you how to make something that includes spinach. So you might love it, or you might not like it, but hopefully you will like it. So I know the mention of spinach can make some people's stomachs just like groan and just be terrible, because I used to not like spinach too. But this special that I made is it's a really popular Greek specialty called spanakopita, and it just happens to include spinach. So spanakopita can be broken into two words: spanaki, which means spinach, and pita, which means pie. So they didn't really creative with that because it literally means spinach pie, which is what it is. So it's not the most appetizing word, but it is a spinach pie. So you'll find this in any Greek restaurant, and if you ever go to like a Greek house on around Easter or on Christmas or even on a Sunday, they probably have made spanakopita. Like my mom just made this for us the other day. So the first step to making spanakopita is getting all the ingredients. So this includes 1 pound of fresh spinach, which you can get in the bag. You only use fresh spinach because the frozen spinach has too much water in it, so fresh spinach. And then 7 eggs, and then you're gonna beat the eggs. And you also need 1 bunch of scallions, 1 pound of feta. We use the crumbled feta because it just makes it easier to mix in. 1 package of phyllo dough, which you can get at Safeway. 1 pinch of dill, a ½ cup of olive oil, and salt and sesame seeds. So the first real step to preparing spanakopita is to prepare the spinach. So first what you need to do is you need to de-stem the spinach, because the stems of the spinach are very bitter, and you could cook them if you want to separately, but they don't work well with this. And then you need to chop up the spinach and then put it into a bowl separately. And then you need to add 2 teaspoons of salt to the chopped up spinach because it makes it taste better. And then you're going to add scallions and egg. And here are the 7 beaten eggs and the dill. The dill adds that extra flavor, so then you stir that all together and then you put it all in a bowl and then you stir it. And while you do this, you need to prepare the oven so that when you're done, you can put it in there right away and it's all warmed up. So you need to set the oven to 350 and then set the timer for 46 minutes. So, but don't press the timer because it's not done yet. So then you need to assemble the spanakopita. So first you're going to butter a large pan. And then you're going to start putting the phyllo dough in. So phyllo dough is very fragile, so it can rip really easily. So you need to put in 1 layer of phyllo dough, and then add more butter, another layer, and then you're going to add 5 layers all together. And then you're going to pour in the mixture of spinach, eggs, and cheese, and everything. And then you're going to add another 5 layers of phyllo dough. There's a lot of phyllo dough and a lot of spinach. So then you're going to keep buttering it in each layer, and like I said, this is very fragile, so you need to make sure that it's been sitting out for a while, but not get too warm. So you got to find time before you can ruin it possibly. And then you're going to sprinkle it with some water on there, and then add the sesame seeds on top. That's the sesame seeds will stay in place. And you're also going to poke holes into it with a fork. It's like it can breathe, I guess. I don't really know how you explain that. So then you're going to place it in the oven for about 45 to 60 minutes, as I said earlier. But while you look at it, you want to make sure that it just gets brown, because you don't want it to get burnt or anything, because you're cooking the phyllo and the spinach at the same time. You don't want it to not turn out good and get too hard. So then you're going to take it out and you're going to serve it. So when you take it out, you're going to let it cool for a while, but it can be served warm, but we always cool it. And then you're going to take it out, you can flip it over and let it fall out. And then my dad usually cuts it, so what he does is he first starts by cutting it horizontally, and then he'll cut it diagonally. So that's how you get the shapes like that, so they're diamonds. And so now that you've made spanakopita, so just a little background, spanakopita, when I went to Greece in 2012, this is at every single restaurant. If you've ever seen the movie My Big Fat Greek Wedding, they also serve it in that movie. So this is a really popular Greek meal, and they have another version of this with cheese and no spinach. If you don't like spinach at all, hopefully you don't, or hopefully you do like spinach. And it's called kropita, so it's the same idea but without spinach. And then, so this is actually my yaya's recipe, and yaya in Greek is grandma, so this is a family recipe, so I hope you guys really enjoy it. And just know that when you guys are eating this, there's probably some other yaya somewhere else making it for grandkids, or there might be someone in Greece that's enjoying it too. So hopefully you guys enjoy this little cultural tradition of making spanakopita. Thank you.